friends. Welcome to your yoga class. I am so glad that you are here. We're just going to do a sweet, slow practice today because that's what I need. So hopefully that is what you need. Most important thing for you to know about this yoga class, and actually any yoga class, I am not the boss of you. I'm going to offer up some things to try. If they work in your body today, great, do them. If they don't do them. Modify, do something different, have a seat on your mat and breathe. That's really the most important thing. It doesn't matter what your body looks like as you go through this. It matters that you are connecting with the breath, that you are coming to the present moment, and that you're just here. And hopefully you have a little bit of fun as we move through this. So I have a couple of yoga blocks right here. If you have yoga blocks, great, you can grab them. If not, it's not a big deal. You don't need them, but they can be an option as we move through, and I'll tell you when. But let's start standing. So coming on to your mat, feet are about hip width distance apart, toes pointing straight forward. And just move the weight forward and back a little bit, into the toes, into the heels, maybe side to side. And as you're doing that, roll the shoulders down the back. We spend a lot of time like this, on phones, cars, computers. So roll the shoulders down the back, palms face forward. And if you're comfortable with it, maybe close the eyes. And just notice the breath right here. Maybe deepening it a little bit. Keep dropping those shoulders down, but at the same time, you're reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. So your chin is tucked a little bit. The back of the neck is long. And just notice if you're holding tension anywhere in the body. Let that go. Maybe you've got the belly sucked in, just let it relax. Release any tension in the quads. Maybe pick up the toes, wiggle them a little bit, and then set them down gently. Just feel tall here. Feel stable, grounded, strong, brave. Bringing the hands to heart center for a moment. If you would like to set an intention for today's class, or maybe think of one thing that you're grateful for, you could do that right now. And then take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. You can let the eyes gently open and the hands drop down to your sides. And then as we move through the practice, the breath is just in and out through the nose. So take a deep breath in and reach those arms up towards the ceiling. Gaze goes up, and slowly exhale, hands come through heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach down, out and up. And exhale, hands come through heart center. One more time like this. Inhale, reach up. Gaze up, get really tall here. And then hands come through heart center. Good. This time we're going to reach up and interlace the fingers and then release the index fingers. So your pointer fingers are going straight up. Reach up tall. Take a deep breath in. And then bring the fingertips over to the right a little bit and hips go over to the left. So trying to keep the hips and the shoulders square. We have the tendency to go into like kind of this thing. So peeling open the chest. Take those fingertips a little further to the right. If this is bugging your back, Drop that hand down to get a little bit of support, not a problem at all. So drawing the belly in here, keep reaching over to the side, hips jutting out to the left for one more deep breath. And exhale, coming back up to center. Deep breath in, reach up tall here, and fingertips go left, hips go right. Squaring those shoulders and hips, drawing the belly in. And then notice if you're holding your breath. You don't want to hold your breath ever, really, in yoga. It's not great in life either, so breathe. If it's hard to breathe, come out of the posture a little bit. The breath is much more important than what the body looks like. So take one more deep breath here. And fingertips come back up tall. Reach up one more time. And exhale, hands come down. And then put the hands on the lower back. I'm going to turn so that you can see me. Hands come to the lower back and draw the elbows towards one another. So lift through the chest, and then hips come forward, coming into a bit of a back bend. You can drop the head back, or you can keep the chin tucked if that's more comfortable on the neck. Whatever works for you. Send the hips forward, shoulders and chest go back. Continue drawing the elbows towards one another for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back up. Bringing the hands to the hips, lift through the chest again, draw belly in, bend those knees and hinge at the hips. Coming down to a forward fold. This is a great place for a block if you'd like to use one like this. Or you can bring the hands to the thighs, the shins, the ground, whatever works for you. Let the head drop and dance those hips out a little bit. So bend one knee, straightening the other. Getting some movement here. Let the neck go, shake it yes, shake it no, take all tension out of that neck. And then bend the knees a little bit more and find what's called ragdoll. So it's a forward fold. You can see I've got a pretty deep bend in my knees. That helps protect the lower back. If you'd like, you can interlace the hands into opposite elbows. You can sway side to side a little bit. Just working to get some length through the back. Take a deep breath in here. Releasing through the hands, bend those knees even more and roll or hinge all the way up. Coming to standing again. Feet hip width distance, palms face forward, couple of breaths. Great job. Bring the hands to the hips. Rolling the shoulders down and back, lifting through the chest. And then bend the knees and sit the hips back. So it's kind of like you were sitting in a chair behind you. You can take a wider stance with the feet if that feels better on the lower back. And then lift the chest up off the thighs. You can bring the hands to heart center. See if you can sit those hips down a little bit lower. Weight is in the heels. So drawing that weight back, lift through the chest. And on the exhale, twist over towards your right, seeing if you can hook that elbow over the knee. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. You can look down or you can look up at that right elbow, whatever works for you. Sit those hips down a little bit more. And then exhale, come back to center, stand up, reach up, straighten the legs. And let's go to the other side. Sit it down, hands come down, twist left. Hooking that elbow if you can. Sit those hips a little bit lower. You're gonna feel a shake here, that's good. Neck can look down or you can look up at that left elbow. One more breath here. And exhale, coming back to center, reach it up, and hands come down. One hand to heart, One hand to belly. Let the eyes close for just a moment. Notice what you feel in the body. You're probably going to feel a change in the breath rate. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat. Just notice what you notice about the body. We are observing. We are not judging. We're not coming up with a list of the things we don't like about the body. We're just noticing what feels tight, what feels warm, what feels like it's loosening up. Maybe even what we're grateful for about this body that showed up for us today. Deep breath in right here. And sigh it out. Good. Let those eyes open. And let the hands drop down. I'm going to move my block out of the way. And let's come to the top of the mat. Feet hip width. Hands on the hips. So bring all the weight into that left leg and step the right leg back. Spiral that heel down. That back leg is on an angle. Sorry, the back foot is on an angle. The front foot pointing straight forward and bend into that front knee. Draw right hip forward, left hip back a little bit. Roll the shoulders down. Pull that belly in so you're pushing the tailbone down towards the mat. And then if and when you feel ready, you reach the arms up, coming into warrior one. Sit those hips down, reach the arms up, shoulders drop. Gaze is set straight ahead of you. Working to push through that back foot, grounded down into the mat. Take a deep breath right here. And exhale, open those arms, drop those elbows down, gaze goes up, take a little back bend right here. And exhale, reach up. Take a deep breath here. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, elbows come down, little back bend, gaze goes up. And reach up. One more time here. Keep those hips low. Deep inhale, reach up. And exhale, open those elbows, gaze goes up. And reach up. On the next exhale, hands come back down to your hips. Step it forward, palms face forward. And breathe. Hands come into those hips again, weight in the right foot. Left foot draws back. Those toes on an angle of the left foot. Bend into that right knee, and then draw the right hip back. So you want your shoulders and hips square, facing forward. Sinking into that front knee. Draw belly in, tailbone down. So you're sort of taking the crunch out of this lower back. And reach the arms up. Shoulders drop. Set your gaze in one spot. It helps to settle the mind a little bit. Now think about your left baby toe. Press it into the mat. Take a deep breath in, reach up. And exhale, elbows come down, take that back bend, lift through the heart. And exhale, reach up. Take a deep breath here. And open the heart, elbows drop down, pinch those shoulder blades along the back, and reach up. We'll do this one more time. Reach up tall. And press those elbows open. Keep breathing here. And release, reach it up. And exhale, hands to those hips. Bend through the knees and step it forward. Palms face forward. Couple breaths right here. Checking in. Smoothing out that breath. Lengthen through the exhale. Good job. Deep breath in. And exhale through the mouth. Fantastic. Let's take a seat. So sitting down and letting the soles of the feet come together as the knees drop open. So if this feels intense on the hips, you can always throw blocks or pillows, blankets, books, a pet potentially underneath the knees so that you can have a little bit of support there. If hips are feeling okay with it, you can hang on to the feet. The feet can be out far from the body, or you can draw them in closer. So hanging on to the feet, the legs, wherever feels okay. Letting those knees drop down and lifting through the chest. If you want a little more here, you can dive that upper body forward. That's going to intensify that stretch. Don't let the heart collapse here. Keep that back as straight as you can, more like hinging from the hips. And let that chest come down and find that spot where it's not pain, but you're feeling a stretch, you're feeling sensation, you're, getting what you came here for. Smoothing out the breath. Noticing if you're coming up with all kinds of stories about how this is going or how this should be going or anything like that. We'll just take a couple more breaths right here. Relax the jaw. Relax the forehead. We always use more muscles than we need in some of these postures. So see what you can make more easeful right here. See where you might be causing yourself a little extra suffering that is not required. Take one more breath here. And on the exhale, slowly coming up. Excellent. Draw that right leg out straight. And the left leg can come in. So that left leg can be on the inside of the right. If you have a block and you want to place it on the inside of that straight leg, you can certainly do that. If you don't have a block, no big deal. You can leave a hand wherever you would like on the leg or bring it to the inside. But reach that arm up and over the straight leg. So you're getting a deep, deep stretch all along the left side body here. That top arm, reach it open a little bit. Reach it behind you a little bit so that you're opening up the chest towards the ceiling. If you'd like, you can take a couple of circles with that top arm, going in one direction, and then switching. And on your next exhale, very slowly coming up, and then switching out the legs. So again, that block can go on the inside of the straight leg, or you can just use that hand to support yourself as you reach up and over. So you might be right here. This is great. You might want to walk the hand down. You might want to come to the inside of that straight leg. But the top arm, make sure you're drawing it behind you to open up that chest. And then breathe into this side body If you sit a lot for work, for life, and I mean, who doesn't? This is a really, really great stretch. This is like one of those things that pretty much everybody should be doing every day. Take a deep breath here. Reach a little more. And on that exhale, you can take your circles with that top arm. And then switch direction. And very gently, slowly coming back up. Good. Both legs come out front. And turn to the side again. So here we're going to take a forward fold. You want to be really cautious with the low back here. If you have low back sensitivity, go easy, easy, easy with this. So we're going to take a deep breath in and reach the arms up. And then we're going to hinge, so not this, but here, and then drop the hands down. They may come to the thighs, the knees, don't press too hard on the knees. The shins, ankles, toes, you may be reaching beyond the feet. I don't know, it does not matter. Like, I really don't care. What I care about is that you are hinging and keeping the back flat. You're keeping the chest lifted, you're breathing, and you're being really nice to yourself as you do this. That's the most important part. Like, I don't care how far down you get. So lifting through the chest and coming to this hinge. Gaze is at the toes. So not down at the knees, but staying lifted here. And if you're feeling this intensely on the low back, back off. Right? This is a beautiful posture right here. Again, relax the face, shoulders drop down. We'll just take a couple more breaths right here. Deep inhale. And exhale, slowly coming out. And then bring yourself to the middle of the mat. Make sure there's nothing behind you. We're going to lie down. So you can lie down however you want. It really doesn't matter. Just lie down. If you want some more ab engagement and a little ab work, you can bend your knees, putting your feet flat on the mat. You can lift through the chest. Arms can reach out, or you can bring them behind your thighs. You can take a deep breath in and slowly lower down. So you're going to feel the abs catch. They're going to really turn on right here. So keep lifting through the chest and lowering down slowly. At some point you might want to reach the arms out. At some point you're just going to flop backwards. Awesome. Totally okay. So keep breathing and keep lowering slowly. Good. When you're here, take a couple of breaths, arms and legs long, and just relax. Deep inhale. Long exhale through the mouth, let it go. Good, draw that right knee in. Left leg can stay long or you can bend it, whatever feels good. Bring that right knee out to the right a little bit, and then kind of snuggle it in next to those right ribs. So you should feel a pinch in the hips right here. You can circle that ankle if you'd like. And then release and switch sides. So right leg goes long, left leg comes in. Work it off to the side and then snuggle it in towards those left ribs. You can bend up that right knee if that feels better. You can circle the ankle. Give it one more pull into the chest. And exhale, both legs go long, palms face up. And then bring both knees into the chest, give them a hug. And then both knees go right, releasing the knees, letting the arms fall out. You can take them like a T, you can reach them up, kind of like a cactus. But gaze in the opposite direction of the knees, so you're getting an entire spine twist here. And then knees come in and switch sides. So knees go left, gaze goes right. Just breathe into the spine here. Relax everything that you can. And then bring those knees back in and give them one more hug. And then take whatever movement's going to feel good right here. So you could bring your feet straight up. You could come to happy baby, where you bend the knees, let the feet come towards the ceiling. You can take another twist. You can do whatever is going to feel good. You can just sort of roll around on the spine. And then as you feel ready, letting arms and legs go long. If that feels good, we're taking Shavasana here. So this is your resting pose. So if you feel better resting on your side, on your belly, seated, totally fine. Rest however makes most sense to you. But just get as comfortable as you possibly can. Let the eyes close. And let the body integrate everything that we have just done. Smooth out the breath. If there are any noises going on around you, acknowledge them and let them go. You don't have to follow them. You don't have to come up with a story about them. You don't have to do anything about them. You can just let it be. Starting to deepen the breath here. And bring movement into the body. So maybe you want to circle the wrists, the ankles. Maybe you want to draw the knees into the belly. Reach arms overhead. And slowly, gently making your way over onto your side and come to a seat. Whatever is comfortable for you to sit. Sit up tall. You can bring your hands to heart center if that feels okay. And take a deep breath in. And let it go. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It's such an honor to be here with you. May you be well, be safe, be happy, be healthy, and live with peace. Namaste. I'll see you next time.